All right, welcome back here. Next episode, here goes transgender hate mail, homosexual atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt that are responsive comments I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning: if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video, and go watch something else. Do not lie, say there's hate speech in my videos because there's no hate speech in my videos. There's speech you hate. That's a different story. Let's continue on. Get people giving these wrong comment sections and me trying to train them out with my versus baseballology, and then getting take off about that. After some not safe for fan art, and of course to tell you to advise you to get vaccinated so you can help stop spread germs. Vaccinations have helped people out in so many ways, so many times, so many ways throughout history. Don't stop diseases. But okay, this is not fun. I don't like this because we have Hispanic Supergirl turned into Hispanic Superboy doing gay stuff with another gay stuff with with a dude. So I'm like, that's not right. No, that's a girl. So no, that's a I have the mom from the Hispanic mom from the Santiago's, very nice in her nurse outfit, making a dude happy with her breasts there. Yeah, Hispanic cheerleader girl naked, very nice, very nice. Continue on here. Hispanic girl showing off her body. Crap, Marco, Marco from Star Wars Evil. Yeah, about to get into some gay stuff over there. I don't care about that. Let's continue on here. Okay, nope. It's not a real dude. It's not a real girl. No, you see penis and testicles. Nope. That's not going. Get out of here. Nope. Come on, please. There's a lot of AI pics of everything, which can be good, but also can be also not good because there's a lot of filler. Let's see here. Who is that? This girl looks kind of cute, but who is this? Tina, hey, that was a cute little show. A cute girl in there. Very nice. Very nice. Nope. Yep. There you go. Dang, the condom. Yep. Very nice for loose from the Owl House. All good up and apparently getting impregnated. Let's see more of her. Yes, let's see. Let's see her and her hanging out, being awesome, showing off her beautiful body. Yes, please. Yeah, no, I don't like that stuff. They throw her with anyone, even relatives. So I'm not a fan of that. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's like a nice normal picture of her. All grown up. All clothes, their little shorts, and a little hoodie, midriff hoodie. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'll do that for later. Let's continue on here. Let's continue on here. What we got? Because she got a Witcher. I say she could be the hero, not a Witcher. This DEI man replacement again. This is DEI man replacement again. They're like, well, the Lords say that she was special. She could full social. Maybe she could become a Witcher, be the first ever female to do it. Well, yeah, but no, she already had her own powers, her own stuff. So what they basically trying to get rid of Geralt, put her in his place. So it's just sad to see that. And then let's see here. They turned their dev company into a We Happy Few, didn't they? That world was supposedly satire, not company policy. Wide-eyed emoji. These game devs have no idea what a hook is or how to create one. This is someone else. Thumbs up. A little unhinged is a polite way of saying what her types truly are, because to them, butter is political. Thumbs up. You don't need a reason beyond what happened with We Happy Few. Here's one. Thumbs up. This one really hurts. I loved We Happy Few. The story, the voice acting were really something special. Now they can't go under soon enough. F compulsion to Microsoft. The compulsion logo strategy strangely reminds me of American McGee. I don't know what that is. It's funny seeing people say Super Meat's ruined compulsion games when they had never made anything worth playing to begin with. We Happy Few was terrible. I have no clue why anyone expected anything coming out of the studio to be good. Yeah, I didn't like that one. That's fine. So it says, why do I have a feeling that she is upper middle class parents that potentially lives in a gated community growing up? Yep. That's what happened. Be a victim mentality. We're victims because of our race. You're a CEO. You're able to make some serious cash. So you should be good. You know, is there issues depending on what race you are? Yes, there are. Because the losers out there will yell racial slurs at you because they're losers. They basically it shows off that they're losers. But you know, it's going to happen. You make bank. You work on making better games, but you make bank. So there you go. Let's see here. Always remember, they did it once, they will do it again. With fair weather friends like that, who needs enemies? Don't forgive, do not forget. You know? And so it says, it is human nature to destroy one's enemies. Never forget that. Also, trust none would convince you otherwise. Trust no one will convince you otherwise. And I say, we Christians go beyond humanity. Matthew 5:4 says, but I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who especially use you and persecute you. Likely in this case, doing good to those that hurt you is not by their products. They need to quit. They are in the wrong profession. Angry ghost emoji. Let's see here. Someone said, yeah, they won't see mercy as a second chance. To be better, they'll see it as a second chance to pull off their plans. If they want to make money, they will quit or get replaced by new companies and people who won't do it. Mercy is a weakness that they have explained too many times. You know, says someone else. Just want to add food for thought, not to disgrace. Disagree necessarily with what you're saying. It's just something I tell people as a Christian. Forgiveness doesn't mean friendship. I can forgive a person. It's better for me and my mental health and move on as much as it benefits the offending party. But that does not mean I must trust them. I'm not required to be friends. I certainly don't have to expose my back and give them a chance to stab it again. It's simply forgiveness over the offense and then moving on. Us going our separate ways. As an anecdote, I once caught my best friend with my girlfriend. I hated him for years and started to jump at my chance to revenge. Then I had another Christian explain why revenge is left best up to God. I'll not get into that, but the reason I bring this story up, is because you have no idea the kind of relief I felt when I finally let it go. I actually felt like a weight was installed my back. I realized just how much energy I spent hating and thinking of the guy. Shutting off that energy just felt so relaxing. That's good. Yeah. Another Christian, we talk about that too. We'll never forget. Anyway, forgiveness is something that I'm willing to give, but it doesn't mean I'm going to act like things are still the same. Besides, forgiveness sort of requires the other guy to ask for it. And I doubt these guys will be doing that. In fact, I think they'll be spending a ton of energy hating us. Thumbs up. I thumbs up. Someone says, I say just don't remember, but rather act. Don't stop the punishment. Don't buy their games. As far as I'm concerned, they're excommunicado traitorous. I say, as a Christian, I must forgive, but I will never forget. I say, yep. We're good. Continue on. Got 2 likes for that. That's the issue. Forgive. Don't forget. It's human nature to destroy his enemies. Never forget that. Trust no one who gives you otherwise. Am Jewish. Never forgive. Never forget. Never again. And I quote the thumbnail. Will ruin video games for food. And laugh at you, cry emoji. Looks like you're going to starve. Laugh at you, cry emoji. Yeah, yep. So, DEI email. The Rad Brat. 3 parts left to go. Thanks for supporting the series so far. I said, Lex probably hates Batman 2. When he had Superman weakened by kryptonite, Batman has saved him from it. So, 2 birds with 1 stone. Hopefully 2 clone birds. Yeah, let's hope, I said. And so now you're wrong. Actually, I was right. They basically written a flat hand-waved explanation. Those are clones. Those guys we lectured and mocked and hated on because of the Justice League. We're clones. Look at the real Justice League over here. They've been hanging out in captured because they're idiots, but still, that was not the people that we killed. Weren't Justice League though. Still bad. Can't have your cake and eat it too. You made that stuff happen. So I still hate that game. So. Like, who knew Brad would put down one of the characters he played so many times on the channel? R.I.P. Arkham Batman. Thumbs up. And Brad give a heart. Batman's canonical death in the Brad universe is when that shark ate him in Arkham City, and Brad lost his crap. Rolling around laughing emoji. Wishing you could see Batman finish the most iconic line. It would be nice to hear from the most iconic Batman voice of all time, Kevin Conroy. Thumbs up. Here, how they carrying Batman as a callback to the funniest thing was the funniest thing I've seen all year. Laugh at you, cry emoji. It was, but it was obviously done. The game was pretty much probably made for that moment. So, yeah. I said, yeah, checklist. Wow, the thing that destroys games. Burn it. The exact opposite of what it says. I say. Angry face emoji. We're going to avoid harmful stereotypes. Proceed to use a checklist to make sure they have every single stereotype. Thumbs up. There's not enough old women in video games. Because old women don't play video games, Thelma. Not that many, but some do. Yeah. But my some do it right, though. Don't do it wrong. You gotta do it right. Yeah. You can have some nice kung fu ladies. I wouldn't mind that. So like that, or like that. So it says, if I was president, I'd send IRS a check to check this fake charity. Thumbs up. Emoji. That's the problem. I took a game design class in high school, and the number one rule was you can't please everyone. Making a game that satisfies and appeals to everyone is literally impossible. It is. Because there will always be someone who is unsatisfied, isn't interested, or simply can't play it in the first place. Your job as a developer is to figure out what kind of game you want to make and do what you can to entertain the people who will be interested, not to waste time appealing to those who aren't. Thumbs up. She's trying to infiltrate gaming because she knows Hollywood is going away. Yeah, because of woke too. Time. See you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.